All right. We are ready to go then. So you guys are kind of standing down, looking into this hole in the floor. It's about 15 feet down, just ends in this what looks to be this swampy, nasty, mucky water. You can see some rubble and stuff cast around. Torib's body kind of lays half submerged in the water, the top half out of the water, but his head's cracked open on the stone, and the blood just kind of dribbles down across the stone into the water, creating this very greenish, ucky, red, soupy mixture. And you hear that voice beside you when you turn around. You can see Marrow standing in this doorway. I'll let you reintroduce Marrow and what he looks like and such.
Yeah. So I think when he came, he and John shared some words, but he didn't really speak to anyone else. He's a kind of an attractive, handsome looking human. Sort of, well, he looks like a human at the moment anyway. He kind of has a really sort of toothy smile, slightly uneasy maybe. He smiles a bit too much, but yeah, he's sort of dark, shoulder-length hair, just kind of your average looking human dude.
Nice. See, John kind of smile. It's been a long time, Marrow.
Yes, quite long.
Well, what brings you here?
Well, he'll kind of step up. Notes as to why he's here. So I'm just reopening them. But steps up and around John, and we'll just kind of whisper sort of quietly, these friends of yours, can they be trusted?
See John look at Reckham, and then he kind of looks down at Belch. Yeah, I think so. The little one's a little odd, but...
What'd you say?
Nothing.
I'm not little. I'm the tallest of my clan, you bastard.
We know, Belch. We know.
And I'm the best.
We know, Belch.
Mara will say. Mara will just kind of chuckle and say, well, I just come from Sestone, investigating these weird kidnappings and disappearances.
I've been on the trail myself. My wife, Maria, has been missing for a few months now. That's why I left Sestone.
Yeah, well, it's been continuing, and I'm trying to look into it. I keep seeing this symbol in blood, like scrawled in blood. It's quite strange, but it's a triangle. And so I thought, or I tried to sort of figure out what that could mean, and kind of worked out that it might be this pyramid here. So I think
we saw something quite similar to what brought us here.
I think old Sisterbeck has something to do with this, or at least his memory has.
From what I recall, he's been dead for several centuries.
Well, let's hope that's still true.
Just because something's dead doesn't necessarily mean they're not still alive.
That is not true.
Well,
Mara
kind of points down at Torg and says, he's certainly dead.
Oh yes, quite tragic.
I'm not sure if tragic's the word.
Why is he not wearing clothes?
Reckham.
Well, so out of character for a second, has Marrow encountered the glowing frogs yet?
Yes, but Marrow doesn't wear metal.
So he didn't notice anything about them?
Yeah.
Okay. In that case, well, as strange as it might seem, it wasn't really by choice, or I don't think it was entirely by choice. We had the displeasure of encountering rust frogs. I don't know. I've never seen anything like them in all my travels. He's naked because his armor was attracting a parasite, and now he's dead.
The frogs back there?
Yes.
They left me alone.
Yeah, there's a reason that we're armed with no metal of any sort. So
Says you. Sir Belch looks up, smiles as he reaches behind him. Then a second later, a small pop, and he pulls out what looks to be a brown piece of leather. Opens it up and slips the ring on.
Well,
and grins.
Practically no metal. I couldn't very handily do that with my black steel blade. So we're armed with staffs.
That's why you wrap stuff around it.
Well, I see that our aims and goals are aligned. So maybe we should stick together for a bit. Safety in numbers and everything.
I'm surprised you made it here by yourself.
Are you?
Did you happen to see any halflings?
Yeah, lovely folk. Very kind and hospitable. Seemed a bit anxious when I turned up.
Did any of them follow you here by any chance? I hope not.
No, I don't think so. They would have no reason to. I was perfectly civil, and so were they.
Maybe we should, if we manage to make it out of Sisselbeck's pyramid, maybe we should swing by the halfling village and just know that Torg didn't make it. That might do some good. I don't know.
Were they close with Torg?
He was close to one of their dogs.
He loved that dog.
He did.
The dog loved him.
Yes.
They had long conversations
about walks on the beach.
What? I'm not going to ask.
That
some things are better left unsaid.
Never understood.
Yes.
Hey, question. Is there like a long stick or something that Sir Belch can grab and start poking Torg's floating corpse with? Because he's getting a little bored right now.
You can poke at it, kind of sloughs off the stone and into the water. You can see it kind of sink down a few feet where it rests at the bottom of this mucky sort of pool.
Sir Belch just starts laughing.
You kind of look over. You can see the room behind you where all these frogs and everything are, and that leads up to the second floor area. The room you're in is almost like a large entrance chamber. You can see where you probably had some nice paintings on the walls and furniture and stuff like that. Everything now is just rotted apart. Your long piece of wood you had probably part of like an old couch or something. At the far end of this room, there's a door on the left and there's a door on the right. Both of them are closed up. You get this big hole in front of you that kind of separates you from that side.
Well, guys, what should we do now? I want to go kill. I mean, I want to solve this mystery.
So, Marrow, in your studies, your somewhat familiarity with the symbols, did you get any insight? Did you gain any insight into what we should be doing beyond falling through floors and having armor eaten by frogs?
Well, this symbol I came across something. It's this pyramid with an orb at the top. Now, the pyramid or the triangle I figured was here, but the orb, I couldn't place it until I found out about this organization, the Brotherhood of the Looming Star. There's they revere the Red Star and believe that it's the coming of something called Narcool. And from what I've gathered, Sisebek was quite high rank in the Brotherhood. Something called a Nova Magnus, and well.
John looks at you when you mention this Brotherhood, and especially Narcool. It's interesting. And he kind of pulls out his book, and he's kind of flipping through a few pages, and he says, I've been studying this book for a little while, and actually none of you would recognize it because Torg's not here. He says, I went with a small excursion with this fine dwarf here in our former friend. But back in town there, and he kind of motions towards Retcom and Belch, the day before we all came together and dealt with those primitives in the forest, we kind of traveled down through this older cabin's basement, and we battled this creature down there. The old woman, the cookie lady, she had us bring back that trinket that we gave her. Perhaps was a bad idea, but there was this creature down there, pale-skinned, these large teeth, very, very ghoulish, if you will. And before we left, I was able to grab some books and a few things, and one of them was this diary. Apparently, this man's name was Randall. He flips through a few pages. He says, now, most of this seems to be just blabbering of an insane man, but not of importance. But he does mention this Narcool fellow. He says, apparently, when he was a younger child, his father was a powerful wizard in Nessus, part of the schoolings. Poor Randall here, he just wasn't very good at it. But he found these teachings of Narcool, the dead ghoul, they called him. And Randall here apparently did a little bit of research, and he found an item called the Hand of Narcool. This stump of a hand that he could kind of graft to himself to gain power. Says, I haven't really dug around in it too much, but one part of it here, and he flips a couple of pages, says, he spent the next 4 years looking for any clues he could find about Narcool, eventually leading them here to the Sisselbeck's pyramid. So perhaps this is connected to Narcool, or to the star. He says, who was this Narcool? What did you find about him again, Mero?
I have no idea. I've only seen the name. But from what I can tell, it's not good.
It'll take a little time for me to finish reading through this. I do it each night as we're able to have a rest. I probably could have finished it if the halfling village hadn't quite had an uproar. But I will continue reading through what I can find out about this fellow. But seems this Narcool, the dead ghoul, maybe does have some connection to this pyramid and the star. You used to have an interest in astrology, didn't you, Mara?
Yes, definitely.
Perhaps we can piece something together with this.
Maybe.
But it seems to be this hand. And he's thinking for a moment, and he's like, "Oh shit! This is my dwarf friend. He picked up a hand that was left behind back in those cabins."
Yes, he did.
Let me just stop you there. Left behind?
So,
implying it was removed?
We killed this. Well, I'm not sure if it was quite removed, but we killed this beast that was down there. Took a hell of a beating, but if Torg was good at anything, at least he could kill people. And he killed this beast. It kind of decayed into this rotting pile of muck. The creatures that are controlling kind of left as well, but what was left behind was just this desiccated, dried up, four-fingered hand, very monstrous looking, if you will. The dwarf did shove it in his back pocket. That's the last I really saw of it.
His back pocket. So,
and that hag woman that we fought, did you see her hand? And he kind of looks over at Reckham and Belch. She too had one of those greenish, dried up.
I'm gonna run back upstairs to the frog room and try and find Torik's trousers.
Get about halfway up the stairs, and you can see they're kind of laying there. No bits of metal are left on them, but the breeches are still there.
Yeah, I'll look around for the hand.
You can see it's still stuck in his back pocket, hand down, kind of looks to be a smaller hand, like a feminine-sized humanoid hand. 4 clawed fingers. It doesn't have it has 3 fingers and an opposable thumb.
Yeah, I'll carry it like this, and I'll take the trousers as well.
Yes. At least it didn't still have it on him, and kind of looks down at the water.
Really?
The hand of Narcool, perhaps?
Well, if so, I think you should take it, because I don't want to touch it anymore.
I'll carry it. And Sir Belch just smiles with his toothy grin.
It is not a good idea, because we do not want it to be eaten. So
I don't like old human flesh. I prefer fresh.
I don't believe you.
Plus, dwarven meat is better. Nice and sturdy stuff.
Redkin looks down at.
I know goblins.
But the best, most succulent meat, halfling.
Yep, that's weird. So why don't we wrap the hand in some kind of fabric?
Trousers.
I need them. And he'll just take some other kind of fabric just from his shirt or whatever and wrap the hand up.
I have this leather.
And stuff the trousers in his bag. And maybe we should.
Is John taking the hand, or Redcom can take it if John doesn't want to take it? And Redcom won't eat it.
Yeah, Redcom, you can toss it in your sheet for now.
Okay.
Just a dried, desiccated hand. This is we could always visit one of the temples or libraries in Nessus maybe to do a little more research, but I'll continue to sift through this diary, see what I can find as well when we get a moment to rest.
Yeah. You don't worry about the real problem. Just keep reading. Shall we? Is there a place we can go kind of from here, or is this room sort of a dead end?
Nope. You're kind of looking at this large pit. It stretches across the room, from one side to the other. It's about 8 feet across, but on the other side of this, it kind of goes out and there's 2 doors, one on the left and one on the right.
Well, shall we roll for it? And I'll produce a pair of D6s from my pocket.
Just checking my sheet real quick. Well, Redcom's agility is up to 12 now. But I don't know.
If you got a running start, you could probably jump this. Not too hard.
What about
it is
Sir
a 15-foot drop down into the water in the muck below where Torig's lying. Sir Belch, you probably could grab a hold of him and just hurl him across.
Yes. Okay, well, if everybody's ready, let's give this a shot.
Well, is there a... Well, why don't you take a rope with you? Or
I've got one. Yeah, I've got one.
Yeah, nice.
So right. I will do that. And let's see, I'm rolling against agility.
Yep. Give yourself 1 bane. It's not too hard.
Okay, 1 bane. 14
Yeah, definitely.
plus. Okay.
So you kind of get that running jump. You just teeter on the edge of the other side as you leap across this, just for that moment, and kind of lurch forward and catch your balance. Kind of look across, and you got your rope.
Okay. Is there anything I can tie it to on this side, or am I going to have to anchor it myself?
Yeah, there's plenty of rubble and,
Okay.
trees that are kind of growing into the building and stuff like that.
All right. Well, I'll find either a particularly stout-looking tree or a largish piece of rubble to tie it around. Of course, the other side, Merrill or John has the other end there.
Mm-hmm.
And if Sir Belch wants to use the rope, that's fine. If they want to chuck him over, I'll do my best to catch him and keep him away from the desiccated hand.
Gentlemen, one moment. Should we jump this? It will make coming back more difficult. And if I'm not mistaken, all of your weapons and metal items are up there before these alleged metal-eating frogs. So should we continue without your weapons? Now, I personally am not fond of metal myself. However, I do believe that you two need it to be effective. Well, maybe just you, the goblin, I imagine. Probably just uses his teeth or whatever. But, yeah. Is there any way we can maybe smuggle your weapons past these fearful frogs?
I told you one way.
They seem pretty persistent. I mean, if we wanted to take a page from Sir Belch's handbook.
Yes, okay. Well, why don't you bend over and I'll go get your sword.
That's my point. I don't know that would be functional. However,
we have a dead body.
We have a dead body. I mean, if it's totally encased in an organic, I mean, Torg would probably think it was appropriate.
How big is your sword? Because Torg's quite small.
It's a standard size sword. It's a standard broadsword.
Well, is there any way we could take them around? I don't think so.
Yeah, if you went all the way upstairs, out of the roof, back down and around.
There's a way down into this current chamber from the top floor?
Yeah, right where you guys are standing, right behind you is the main entrance where you guys could have came through originally. That's where Morrow came in.
Yeah, let's do that.
Yeah.
Let's do that. I was unaware of that.
Yep.
So, but now I have the rope to help with getting back across. So we can do that.
Who's going to grab the gear?
Marrow would, but he'd be very, very reluctant to. But only
Sir Belch will help.
Well, no, it's more. So Marrow's like, all right, I guess if we're going to be traveling together, I should just kind of tell you a little bit about myself. Metal and man-made stuff really isn't my thing. I cannot touch iron, or well, I can, but it's has this effect on me, and it's very unpleasant. So I really do not like touching metal or weapons or anything made of iron. So, I'll go and do it, but I'll be severely weakened.
Let's not do that.
Hearing this, Sir Belch just gets a smug little smirk on his little crazy goblin face. Says, I'll keep that in mind.
I will cut you, goblin, if you continue.
Do you think I would do something to you, tall person?
Said or inferred that you would.
We're friends, aren't we?
Yeah. Don't fuck around with iron and me. Imagine I'm allergic to it. Because I am.
John looks through the doorway and over at Belch's. Well, let's the two of us go get the stuff. We can swing back around. This is the turtle things are dead. I don't think there's really too much to worry about.
Alrighty.
Belch and John, you guys easily can, go up through this room. And since you don't have anything metal on you to begin with, they don't bother. You can gather up Reckham's stuff.
Yeah. Before they go back through the room of frogs, Belch puts the ring back in the little leather pouch and boop.
Takes off. You can see these things kind of stick to you, kind of try to slide up your trousers and stuff a little, but they're not quite able to get to it. Yeah, you guys don't have no problems. You kind of make your way back up to the rooftop and kind of clamber back down. It takes 5-10 minutes or so before you guys can come back through the main entrance area where Morrow you came through, holding.
Here I am to save the day.
I think it was basically just all a Retcom stuff. John didn't really have anything wood, and I don't think Belch you really had anything else up there that you didn't already have. So yeah,
unless Torg had anything left there that we wanted, but I don't know that he did.
No, all his stuff was eaten.
I went right in, yeah.
Yeah, they just kind of dump it on the floor. John does his best to make sure none of that stuff comes too close to you.
Oh, I forgot about Sir Belch's little vulnerability.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I didn't.
Well, thank goodness I didn't decide to take anything with metal on it right now. So yeah, because I completely forgot about his iron vulnerability.
Oh, that's what I have too.
You notice that the ring and stuff like that, nothing seems to be affecting you. So whatever they're made of, be it maybe some sort of bronze or silver, copper, whatever it is, that's not iron at least, or it doesn't have any iron properties in it. Well, except for Reckham's sword, but John has that.
So John and Sir Belch are back down on the far side of the pit, or they're on the far side of the pit.
On the far side, yeah.
Okay. So now we're back to the rope and coming across the pit.
Yep. So should we throw the goblin across? He kind of gives Morrow a smirk.
Sir Belch is like, why me?
Why? You're the lightest of the bunch.
If you've got some other way to cross the pit, feel free. But Redcom takes a look down at Torg.
Sir Belch gets in a low defensive stance as he takes his little crazy makeshift daggers and just starts glaring. Try it.
Hey, why don't you make your way across there then, Sir Belch?
Sir Belch goes to the edge and just starts looking, see if he can spot in any other way so you don't have to be thrown.
There's the rope.
There's the rope.
Everyone just sees his shoulders just sink and like, damn it, throw me.
Together then?
Yep, John rubs his hands together, gets a little static on there, kind of grabs a hold of Belch's right arm and his right leg. Motions for Morrow. Just maybe do the 1, 2, 3 and heave. I'll let you go ahead and do a roll for it, Morrow. Just a strength. You're having John help you, so give yourself one boon.
Ooh, shit! That's an excellent roll. 18 on the d20 plus 1, geez. 19 plus a 6 on the boon, so 25.
Nice.
Yeah.
So Reckham, you're going to have to kind of jump because apparently they hurled this little goblin. He was a lot lighter than what they really looked like.
That was it.
You feel your stomach.
I kind of I kind of see it being like we like go to throw him, and then we kind of both go, but I do it much harder than John does it, so he just kind of like
He spins.
As I kind of spin through the air. Rickham, you're able to grab him without too much of a problem, though.
Okay. Good.
You're my hero.
Redcom peels him off of him. Says you might want to recover your ring before you get too excited. If you haven't already.
John grabs the other end of this rope and kind of glances up the sand where you can see some branches hanging across and kind of swoops it up and over so he can make a little bit of a swing. Hands the one end to Morrow. Says, you can swing first.
I will.
This probably would have been easier for the goblin to swing across, but that was just too much fun to pass up.
Yeah, true. Shit. So I just rolled. I don't get any boons or anything, do I?
Nope.
6.
And plus your agility, if that matters.
Mm-hmm. That is a 6.
All right. Grab hold. You get about halfway, and you hear that cracking, snapping of this limb that John kind of threw it over as it kind of gives way. You quickly drop down, just slamming into the side of the wall. On the other side, at least, but you're going to hit kind of hard. Oh, I need dice, don't I? Oh. There's a D6. 6 points of damage. Morrow. Get some dice out. That and that. Okay. So yeah, you kind of swing across when that snap or that branch snaps, and you just drop that last 10 feet or so and smash into the wall. You can feel these jagged rocks and stuff just smash into your body as your feet just kind of braze across this water beneath you as you dangle there. John kind of stares, a little bit of a smirk on his face.
I just like stare daggers at John. And just stand and like cross my arms and watch him try and cross.
So you can climb up on Reckham's side there. John kind of grabs the rope, make sure he finds a nice sturdy branch this time before looping it over. Kind of grabs hold of this thing, takes a little bit of a jump and swings across his robe, kind of flaring out around him so he looks quite nicely and lands gracefully. That's how you do it.
I go to give him a high five, and then with my other hand, I just like hit him straight in the dick with my staff.
Nice. Not my fault. Your fat ass was too heavy. Broken the tree branch. We have more things to do here. Which direction would we like to go?
Well, we can roll for it if you want, and he'll again produce the dice.
Really, Morrow, you've won every time we've rolled. I think there's something kind of fishy about this.
What you are talking about?
I think they're loaded.
No, I am just loaded with luck. But he'll like conspicuously like put them back in his pocket.
Right. So we have a door on the left and a door on the right, basically.
Yep. As you guys kind of walk down, you got the big wall in front of you. It's broken apart in here and there and stuff, but just smaller areas where the tree branches come through on the wall itself. Mm-hmm. But yeah, to the left there's a door, kind of slightly ajar, just like a heavy stone and iron door. It has the iron bandings on it and stuff. You can see just darkness beyond. You don't really hear or see anything when you look there. The other one to the right, you can see is just a typical wooden arch type door, closed quite tightly, but you can see several bloody handprints are on it. And down in kind of the bottom right corner, whatever, you see this pyramid-shaped symbol with a circle at the top of it, scrawled in blood.
Well,
I think the choice is already made.
That's the way we want to go, right?
Go through the window.
Let's go that way, I think.
before we do, hang on just a second. Can I catch my breath?
Yeah.
Ooh, I am.
You guys have endurance points too that you can cash in. Well, some of you do.
Okay, well, if I catch my breath, I can heal damage equal to my healing rate of 5. Can't use that again until I rest, but I want to do that. And so that will get me to 13. The bloody handprints and the symbol of the thing we're supposedly looking for kind of, make me nervous. And then the endurance points, I can spend those just point for point to regain or to heal damage?
Yep.
Okay.
1 point of endurance gives you whatever your healing rate is.
Oh, okay. So
how's your healing rate decided? Sorry.
1/4 of your maximum hit points.
My healing, right. That makes sense.
Wait, does that increase when your max health increases?
Yep, I fixed yours for you already.
Oh, okay. So that's why my heal rate is 5. I was like, all right, I thought it was, yeah. Okay.
Because mine was at 2. I was like, how's his 5? Yeah.
Okay, so in that case, I'll spend an endurance point to heal my heal rate again, correct?
Yep.
Okay, well, let's do that.
And you gain your endurance points 1d3 every time you take a full rest.
Okay.
But they can't drop into the negatives. I think Torg had a negative, but...
Yeah, I had -2. Wait, is it -2? Yeah.
So that puts me back to 8 damage. All right, that's better. I can...
Yeah, -2.
If something suddenly kills me with 13, well, that was, yeah. Sorry, 15. That would be right.
Whoever's there, you can, if you happen to kind of push this door, it just creaks open. It's not locked or anything. You can see that it's still ajar by just a slight amount, so you can just kind of creak it open.
Okay.
Would you like to go first, or shall I? Or we could roll for it.
We need a torch here?
Right here, no, because it's if you kind of creak it open, you can see there's some walls and stuff in the ceiling and kind of on the walls that the light pours through.
I can sneak in, guys.
That is true.
Well, shall I sneak in and quickly come back?
Redcom the Scout says Scout, Sir Belch.
Yeah, go for it. If there's any traps, I'm sure you'll find them. And he'll just look at Redcom, just draw his finger across his throat.
Go ahead and give me a stealth roll, Belch.
Any boons or banes to that?
You get the 1 boon for being a goblin.
A baboon as well. Oh, that's a bad joke.
Ooh.
Oh.
That's 6 plus that d6. It's 10 plus agility.
Yeah, 10's your target number, so as far as you can tell anyway, you seem to be fairly sneaky and slide into this room. You go in a little ways and you can feel that the floor kind of slopes at an angle where this whole building's kind of tipped a little bit and starting to sink into the swamp. There's a thick, murky water that covers most of the floor. On the far side of this room, you can see what looks to be an old rotted sofa, a chair, desk, several workbenches. There's a large patch of packed mud and rotting vegetation that's been kind of shoved into the corner of the ceiling. You can hear a constant buzzing coming from that. That's several feet in diameter, probably a good 4 feet pile of just packed mud, almost like some sort of nest up there in the corner. Just below that, you can see a doorway there's no door. It's just like the archway and a pair of stairs that go down toward the basement level. Something does catch your eye, though, as you kind of start to make your way back to let the others know. You see this very nice silver pendant kind of hanging down from this packed mud thing in the corner.
Ooh, shiny. Ooh, this is probably gonna get me killed, but but he is going. How high up is this pendant dangling?
Well, the room itself kind of slopes down in that direction, so the water gets deeper. It looks like maybe about a foot deep or so over there before it kind of spills down the stairwell. The mech stuff or the mud stuff thing, it's about 8 feet above you, 8-foot ceilings.
If Sir Belch uses his 2 little makeshift daggers, can he use those as leverage to try and climb up the wall?
Yeah, there's plenty of nooks and crannies and.
All right, yeah, he's going to attempt that, and yeah, and what should I roll?
We're doing athletics, so yeah, it's gonna be more of. I mean, how about a strength? You can give yourself 1 boon as well. There's plenty of little nooks and crannies and stuff to kind of leverage yourself up with.
So that's that and that. Oh, come on, be good. 6, 7, 5 total. Yeah.
You're able to get these daggers into these crannies and kind of lift yourself up. This water kind of clings to you. It's very murky and mucky, filled with sludge and this swamp muck. You get up quite a few feet, you kind of reach up that change right there. You kind of get a hold of it and give it a little tug. It doesn't quite want to give away, but your dagger that you're holding onto slips a little bit. And you can feel your arm drop and your whole weight grab a hold of this pendant as you just kind of fall. You got the pendant in hand, but this whole nest just kind of spills down around you. You see what looks to be these 4 large mosquito-like things. Each of them have 6 legs, and this large proboscis kind of coming out from their face, start buzzing madly and just swarm down atop of you.
Help!
You guys outside hear Belch yelling for help and this loud buzzing that's going off.
I've never heard anything good come of that sound. The other door?
What is your defense?
Oh, that would be 16.
All right, so one's a miss, that one's a hit, and the other one's a miss. So 2 of them kind of start buzzing around you, trying to get a hold of you. The other one comes straight down, landing right on your chest, this huge needle-like nose just shoving into your neck. And it'll be 4 points of damage, Sir Belch. As this thing latches onto you, you can feel its hooked little claws dig into your flesh as it gets a good grip. And this needle-like nose bury itself right into your collarbone, right into your neck area, and start sucking the blood out of you. And that would be the start of initiative. Who would like to go fast? You guys would have to move from where you're at to get into where Sir Belch is.
Okay, well then slow to move in.
Yeah, I'll go slow.
Morrow and Belch, fast, slow.
I'm going to move slow.
Well, all these things are going fast, and you're the one that's right there, so. First one does not. Damn. I am rolling really bad today. I didn't roll above a 3. So all of these kind of start buzzing around you. The one that's on you, though, is just going to do an automatic 1 more point of damage as it just continues to suck this blood out of you. The other 2 buzzing out trying to get a hold of you. This small little goblin, there's not a whole lot of area they can get a hold of. There's already 1 on you as you're flashing around in this water. So everybody is up.
Or if we're on the slow, I'll run straight in.
Yep.
And
Same thing.
As soon as you guys move in, you see these large, they look like very large mutated mosquitoes, pretty much. One's attached to Sir Belch as he's flashing around in the water, the silver pendant in his hand, trying to get this off, and the other 2 are buzzing around trying to find a way to get a hold of him.
Yeah, as I'm going, I'm like, you see these kind of protuberances start sort of appearing from the back of my head, and I start getting sort of hairier and bigger and bulkier, and my shape slowly shifts into one more like this. I don't know where you can see that, but it's
beautiful.
Like that, probably not that size compared to the man, but yeah, a large kind of rat werewolf hybrid type. Yeah, just kind of a sort of a mishmash of various natural creatures, probably quite freaky looking. And I'll just run in and start transforming.
All right. Got it. Retcom.
Redcom's going to try to knock the one that's on Sir Belch off Sir Belch.
All right. Go ahead and do that attack roll.
All right. And due to my training, I do that with one boon with the weapon.
Yep.
Total of 18.
That's a hit. Damage.
B. Total of 2 with the -2.
What do you have a -2 for?
There's one on the black steel blade. It looks like, unless it's a typo. That was, yeah, it's probably from the frog.
Oh, yeah.
So total of 2.
Got it.
Unless there was a bonus on damage that I'm not thinking of. There shouldn't be.
You do additional 1d6. Yeah, you got combat prowess. It deals an additional 1d6.
Oh, that's right. That's right. Okay, so total of 4.
It's actually going to be 2d6. There you go. So total of 4.
No, total of 6. It's 2d6 minus 2.
Yep.
Yeah, 2d6 minus 2 would be a total of 6.
Got it. Yeah, you're able to just kind of swipe the legs out of this one. Several of its limbs get severed off as it flops over the side, kind of buzzing on top of this water, trying to braid itself and kind of hovering just above the water as it starts to buzz again. And Belch.
Question, are these things big enough for Sir Belch to ride on?
No, they're about the size of your head.
Oh, damn.
Drum sized.
Yeah, for a moment, Sir Belch was hoping he could have one as a stag or a steed.
You do notice that Merrill looks like he could be ridden at this point, though.
It's like, ooh, nice. And then he looks at the one that was attacking him, and he's going to jump at it with his dagger and try to stab it right in the eye.
All right.
I'm assuming I can't talk in this form.
That's up to you.
Yeah, I don't think so.
21 total.
That's a definite hit. Actually, it's 20 above too, so you're going to get an additional action.
Oh, nice. So that's 1d3 damage.
It has 1 hit point, so you'll take that one out. But you still got your second attack action if you want to take it.
Alrighty. Could I grab my crap? What was it? My hand crossbow? Yeah, my hand crossbow and shoot at one of the other ones.
Yeah, this works. Yep.
Okay. So that's 1d20 plus 4. Hold on.
Nope, that one will miss. So that one goes kind of wide, just burying into the stone wall behind it. And that's the end of the round. So who would like to go fast? You got 2 of them kind of buzzing around you. The one is already dead, kind of floating on top of this water next to Sir Belch.
I'll go fast.
Well, I'll go fast this time.
Alrighty.
Yes, Sir Belch will go slow again.
Belch is slow. All right, you guys go up first then. So whoever wants to go first.
I'll just grab one and try and crush it in my hand.
Go ahead.
Kind of maybe punch it more. Let's see. 11.
Nope.
Shit. I am not very good at physical violence. So yeah, he'll just like swat at one and miss.
This thing's buzzes right out of the way as your huge claws kind of swipe in front of it as it gets ready to start back in towards you.
This massive kind of dinosaur type roar.
And Reckham?
He's going to attack one of the flying ones, one of the ones left with his black steel blade.
All right.
Total of 13.
Yep, that's it.
Okay. Oh yeah, 6.
So again, you kind of swipe when you kind of tear through this thing's wing. It buzzes around in a circle a few times before splashing out in the water. Still alive, it's just buzzing like crazy with this one wing that it has left. The other one darts in towards Marrow. Definitely, you feel it just dart right in as you swipe at this thing with your claws. Part of it kind of attaches to the side of your face. Its big needle thing kind of leering towards your eye. Just below it kind of sinks into your cheek. 1 point of damage, Mara.
A little bit more damage.
The other one just continues to buzz around in circles in this water, not able to really do anything or move from where it's at. Belch.
Sir Belch is going to go after the one that's down.
All right.
Because that's probably the only one he's able to reach right now.
Basically. As you get ready to move in towards this thing, you can hear this soft coming down from the stairwell. That kind of echoes a little bit.
Oh, good.
10,
Thinks.
14.
Arrow.
Yep. That's a hit. It only has 1 hit point again, so you can describe what you do to kill it.
Yeah, he just runs up to it and just starts just taking his dagger and just start jabbing it in the eye. Even though he know it's dead after the first strike, he just keeps going and going until the eye is just one. Looks like some very nasty looking pudding type stuff.
Bug pudding.
It's little buzzy and things bzz, 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 as it goes under the weight of your blade. That's the end of the round.
I mean pudding.
Going to use the other one's thingy to go before you can, Marrow. Ooh, 17. I'm not sure what your defense is.
Fucking much less than that. 12.
All right. Ooh, 6 points of damage on that one. This thing kind of shifts. Its claws dig into your flesh, on the side of your face and in your chest, and it grips right in. You can see this thing kind of pulsate up a little bit. And it's almost like it's taking whatever it's in its body and just shoving it through this needle nose into yours, and you feel this burning just go through your body as it starts to pump you full of venom. You're going to be poisoned, so you're going to get 1 bane.
Wait. No, it's disease. Fuck.
Good try. Torrig would have had poison.
Fuck Torrig.
So you have 1 bane until you get antidoted or cured or rest or something. And whoever wants to go fast can go. You got just this one that's left, but you got that moaning sort of sound echoing up from the stairwell.
I'll go first. I'm in beast mode, and he kind of, when he turns into a beast, he sort of starts thinking more like one, so he's just like trying to kill everything.
I'll go fast this round.
Fast as well, yeah. Let's end this.
Mara, why don't you go first, since it's on you?
19.
Yeah, definitely.
And unlike Torrig, I don't have a -1 to damage. So 4.
Kind of reach up and dig your claws into this thing, kind of throw it off to the side. It buzzes around in the air a few moments, kind of wobbling where it's at. You can see this greenish liquid kind of dripping down from this proboscis on its face as it kind of buzzes around and then dives back in, getting ready to go towards you. Belch and Reckham.
Sir Belch is going to try and throw his dagger at it.
Alrighty.
Nine?
Nope. This thing buzzes right past your dagger's kind of going off to the side, buries itself in part of a tree branch that's broken through the side of this building. A little bit of a twang settles there. This thing darts past you, gets ready to fly past Reckham and go back for Morrow again.
All right. I'm going to tag it. Black Steel Blade. Oh, yeah. That would be a total of 22.
Definitely. I think you get an additional...
I do.
Another D6. It's going to be 3D6 -2. Actually, you're going to... Well, maybe not. Go ahead.
So, yeah, total of 12.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
14 minus 2.
You can describe how you kill it.
It's flying by, and I somehow managed to cleave it in half from proboscis to posterior. Dead bug.
Clean slice right across.
Exactly.
Kind of buzzes. You see the top half of it, or the bottom half just kind of drop. The top half kind of buzzes the last few feet, slamming into Bestial Morrow's chest before kind of sliding down to the floor. You can hear that groaning, getting a little bit louder down the stairs. A little bit more of a caucus. Some different temper, crescendos, different things down there seem to be groaning. You glance down there, it's just pitch blackness at the moment, though.
Let me see. Oh, God. Just have one torch. No, the nest was made out of mud. That's right. I was thinking of wasps and hoping it was cellulose, but it was packed mud. That's correct.
Yeah.
I was trying to figure out a way to illuminate the hallway without stepping right into doom and death. Let's see.
You can hear some splashing coming from down there because the water in this room kind of trickles down the stairs into whatever's down below.
And that's just an open doorway, right?
Yep, there's no door, it's just the arch.
And I'm guessing we can't really converse with Marrow at the moment.
Well, he understands you. He just
no, that's true. That's true. We can talk to him, but he just can't talk back. I guess we could do Mr. Ed, One for yes, two for no.
New friend, can I ride on your back?
He'll just turn and kind of stands in the sort of gorilla pose with his sort of hands in fists on the ground, and he just gives you the most angry look and just roars right in your face.
Okay. And by the way, can somebody grab my dagger?
Yeah, Raken will jump up and grab Sir Belch's dagger.
Thank you. And Sir Belch is going to start looking at this necklace, this silver necklace.
Looks like just a good, simple pendant. It has kind of a square-shaped pendant at the bottom of it. It doesn't open or anything. Just like a nice silver necklace. Nothing super fancy. Just nice. Probably worth quite a few coin.
Are there any runes or any script on it or anything?
Nope. Just a decorative little squares and.
Okay.
And the noises from the stairs started during our combat with. Okay.
Yep.
Not before, but during.
Yep.
Okay.
Sir Belch is looking at the pendant, then looking up where the nest was, then back at the pendant. I think this was a trap.
Okay, so let's start thinking about a defensible position. The mercenary soldier in Redcomb comes out. Of course, we do have our big.
Do you have any dark sight or shadow sight or anything, Morrow?
I have dark sight, or I have shadow sight, but then as a beast, I have dark sight.
Okay, and does Belch have dark sight? I think.
Yes.
Yes, I think so.
So if you guys kind of move over and look down here, you can see the stairwell goes down about 15 feet or so and opens into what looks to be a basement sort of area. You can't see a whole lot from your vantage point, but the water down there looks several inches deep. You can hear the moaning, but you don't see anything from your point.
Sir Belch is looking around on all the walls. Does he see any more hanging pendants or anything?
No. Nothing else of good trinket value.
He's like, okay, I think it's safe. Rickham, you go first.
The guy who can't see goes first.
Here's a torch.
Well,
and he reaches in his bag and hands you one.
Well, Redcom will like. Well, we heard the noises were getting louder, right? But they can't see anything on the stairs.
Right.
Okay, so, well, Redcom's going to light a torch and go down the stairs.
Yeah. March down these stairs. Who's following after him?
Yeah, I'll go after him.
All right. Belch will take up the rear.
Yes.
So as you kind of go down here and you're holding your torch, Marrow, the light kind of flashes off these walls. You get down into the basement area, smaller room, maybe 10 feet by 15 feet. The far side, you see a door, and like an archway that goes back into another room, and that's where you can hear this groaning, splashing coming from. This room that you're in, though, seems to be pretty basic, just like a storage area or something. One whole wall is lined with books. The bottom half of these all pretty much rotted away at this point from the water. The top half it's moldy and musty and stuff, but it looks like they're not too badly damaged. You can hear a little bit more moaning, splashing coming from this room on the other side.
Okay.
Over directly ahead. So yeah, like directly ahead to the left is the little archway into the other room, but you can see what looks to be a large pile of bones and rotting meat and stuff kind of tucked away in the corner. Like the size of a large dog, I guess.
Are we sure it's rotting bones and meat the size of a dog and not a rotting dog that's going to... Well,
actually, it doesn't look like a dog, but it's about that size.
About that's a pile, a dog-sized pile. Gotcha. Okay. So what do you guys want to do from here?
I'll just stand there. How long does this last? I don't have it written down. I'll find it, I guess.
Yeah, I'm not sure off the top of my head.
I say we proceed.
I think it's only a minute actually.
Yeah, so yeah, it'd probably be about ending. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Does anybody?
I say we proceed with caution.
Yeah, Redcom's going to get a step away from the stairs, torch in one hand and black steel blade in the other, and he's going to try to get an angle where he can see, get a better look through the doorway. Probably dark, but whatever's through there and possibly coming this way, he wants to try to see it without exposing himself to something right at the door.
Maybe slide up against the wall and slide over a little
Exactly.
bit. Your torch kind of shines that light that kind of comes across. You can see what looks to be a small halfling body. Most of it's kind of rotted away. It does have some leather armor and some what looks to be maybe one time, but now it's just a completely ruined, rusted sword in his hand, shambling about. Behind it is another one and another one. They all kind of glow with this eerie, dull green sort of light. As you kind of move over, you see there's a total of 5 of them shambling about in this room on the other side. The room itself is just covered in gore. Blood stains cover the walls and floor. More dead halflings, probably a good dozen of them or so, splattered across the floor in these piles of green goop and sort of like bubbling black masses.
But only the 5 are glowing.
Yeah. Well, only the 5 that seem to be shambling about are glowing. The other ones still have that greenish dull color to it, but they're not glowing.
Okay, and Marrow is now, he can talk back now, right?
Yeah, he's back. He's back to normal. Yeah.
So Redcom looks at Merrill and says, "All right, any clues? Looks like I'm reporting this back to them. Like, looks like we've got some half-dead cannibalistic halflings. I think."
Well, they're lovely people.
The former military man seeing new stuff all the time.
If Belch and Mar, you guys, kind of follow him over, you'd see him too. They look like some sort of animated undead, glowing with this nasty greenish dull glow. You can see as they kind of shamble past the door, they haven't really noticed you yet, or haven't at least taken any sort of interest in you yet as they try to shamble past. They're pretty mutated. The Some of their heads are kind of bulged out awkwardly. One of their limbs is kind of shriveled up.
How strange. Maybe we should kill them. And he just looks disgusted that he had the same idea as the goblin.
You're my new friend, and can you teach me how to change into that big giant thingy?
Yeah, sure. Just
Later.
Yeah. He shares another look with Wreckham. Just like, there's no way.
So can we see behind? I mean, how many piles are there behind the animated ones? It's just covered.
Everything covered. I mean, if you had probably good 15 to 20 just
Jeez.
melted, piled bodies of these things. They're not moving or doing anything. It just looks like they've fallen apart and started decaying.
All right. Well,
if you keep shifting over a little bit, you can start to see what looks to be a red glow around the corner into the distance. You can just see like the red glare on the wall. Kind of flickers every now and then.
Okay.
I have an idea. How about we move back? You two hide. Sir Belch will go down, and then Sir Belch will get creepy little hobbit things, halfling things, get them to come here, and y'all attack.
Is there a sconce or something somewhere, even maybe just on the stairs? Is there a place where Redcommon can set the torch down?
Yeah, there's this wall of bookshelves.
Gotcha.
Some tree limb stuff around. Yeah, there's definitely, you can set it down somewhere, kind of prop it up or in between some limbs or between some books.
Oh, that's what I'm going to do. Unfortunately, my new forward observer skill, I'll probably be too close to actually use it. I would take another boon if I could get it on my hide and sneak rolls, but that's okay.
Well, if you're trying to improve, well, actually no. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Question. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah, he'll say, I might be able to help you kind of do better, but then again, it might make things worse. I can't really explain it, but I can either make you really lucky or really unlucky. So if you'd like me to help, I have this is really hard to explain. Why don't you just let me try it? I mean, nothing bad's going to happen to you, probably.
Immediately. All right. Let's give it a shot. Yeah.
Okay. So, Morgan, I'm going to use, what's it called? I've, hang on, wait, 2 seconds. I'm going to use Chaos Boon. So, if I roll... so when you make your roll, you can roll a d6. If you get an odd, it's a penalty, and if you get an even, it's a bonus on the d6. So like if you rolled a 3, you'd get -3, but if you rolled a 4, you'd get +4. So yeah, have fun with that one. But it's when you make it, or any attack roll or challenge roll for a minute. So good luck.
I think he might have dropped, but I got it.
Oh, me?
No, I think Joe might have dropped. Or his thing's frozen on my screen.
Yeah, I see that now.
But that's all right. So you're gonna give him
a ridiculous.
Sorry,
yeah, chaos.
I dropped for a second there. Sorry.
Nope, you're there. Okay. So when you're going to get an additional d6 to any of your rolls, if it's if it's an even number, it's considered a bonus.
Yeah.
If it's an odd number, it's considered a penalty.
Okay.
What would you like to do?
So that's for up to a minute.
Oh, hang on just a second. Can you hear me?
Yep.
Yep.
Okay, I'm going to try to Sir Belch's plan here. And trying to hide for some sort of sneak attack in case he's successful in luring the halfling cannibal deadites this way.
All right. Go ahead and give me a agility roll then.
Okay.
You're going to do that with 1 boon.
And 1 chaos.
Oh, natural 20.
All right.
Before the boon, so
no matter what, you're going to pass on this one because you can't get with him. So you guys see Reckham kind of slide into the shadows and kind of blend in a little bit. Belch and Morrow. One of these things kind of saddles past the door. It's kind of turned in direction. These glowing greenish colored eyes glaring through there, but continues to move past the doorway.
Yeah, is there like a space ahead of me that I could, hide in?
Yeah.
Closer. So like a doorway or something. All right, then I'll use a fold space and try and teleport over there. So let's see. Oh, fuck yes. That's 11. So I move 11 yards. Or
Nice.
up to 11 yards.
Into the room or in the same room you're in, just into the shadows?
Into the room, I think. But is there like a space in the room that I can see from where I am to hide? Okay, yeah.
Yep.
Into the room.
All right.
But I think I have to move 11 yards, 33 feet. So I feel like I go, but then if there's a wall or something, I'll end up just hitting that if it's closer.
Yeah, it's not quite that big, but you definitely kind of tuck way back into this corner. As you kind of appear in this room, darker into the shadows, you look down. It looks to be this long room, probably about 50 yards in length. Pretty long. It's only about 30 yards wide. You see these 5 shambling, halfling, mutated undead things shambling about in a kind of in this square sort of pattern, staying fairly close together. The floor is covered in these little piles of goo and whatnot. The far end of this room, there's just this large brazier pot that kind of fills up this orangish, almost an unnatural orangish red flame flickering in it. And behind that, you can see, like on the wall itself, is made of some sort of black stone, but there's all these tiny little glimmering lights like shards of glass. It takes you a minute to kind of look at this and realize, but it looks like the night sky. And you can see all these little twinkling stars that are made of glass. And then you can see that large reddish ruby kind of off to the side, indicating this looming star. You can see a larger circular marble piece for the moon. And you can start recognizing the constellations as they kind of reflect this flame of this light, or this light of this flame back. These things haven't noticed you yet, though. And Belch, do you want to try and get these things' attention?
Yeah, Sir Belch goes into the doorway, grins and yells. Actually, he just goes into the doorway and just inhales and lets out the loudest burp he can to get their attention.
Echoes down this room. You see all 4 or 5 of them kind of slow in their gait a little bit, their heads turning. Their bodies don't move at all, just their heads completely kind of swivel around. You can hear the cracking and snapping of their neck bones. These green, baleful eyes staring back at you, Belch. I need a will challenge roll from you with 1 bane.
That would be 16 total.
All right, you're good. You can feel the kind of a pit sink in your stomach a little bit as these things seem to cast their fear across you. You're able to kind of right yourself a little bit, but you're definitely a little bit shaken from these things that are staring at you. All 5 of them begin shambling forward towards you guys. And that will start initiative. I know you said you might have to drop out there, Joe.
I got a bolt.
Right.
But by all means,
I got your sheet right here.
NPC them as you need to. I'll get an update later this evening.
All right.
Good luck with some zombie halflings.
I won't kill him, I promise. Or try not to.
See you later.
All right, we'll see you guys.
See ya. Thanks, Joe. All right. We'll kind of, do up this battle and whatever kind of goes on, because you're basically at the bottom of this place, and then probably end it in that area. But first of all, you can see these things marching forwards towards you guys. Who would like to go fast? Brett comes hiding.
I'm quite close to them, aren't I?
Yeah, they start to shambling right past you. So.
All right, perfect. I'll go fast then.
All right, and
I'll go slow.
Yep, and Retcom's gonna have to go slow because he's waiting for him, or at least to move towards him. So, let's see. Marl's fast. Belch is slow. Retcom's slow. And then these things. All right. So, Maro, you are up first. There's 5 of these small halflings. They're about waist high. All of them are mutated, ghastly sort of things, rotting away. This armor is all pockmarked. They just kind of shuffle forward.
How many of them are in a 6-foot radius of each other?
6 foot?
Yeah. Or, 2 yards.
Okay.
So I think that's 6 foot.
You could get at least 3 of them.
Sweet. Okay, I need agility rolls from all of them. Challenge rolls.
All right. We got -1, so let's see. 1 failed. Definitely failed. And I didn't roll above a 5 again. So yeah, all 3 fail.
Sweet. Yeah, so you see Marrow step out of the shadows, kind of spin his staff and just bang it on the ground. And this massive where is it? This massive kind of piece of rock just comes this massive kind of rock that they're sort of standing on, all of it just kind of cracks and lifts up above them and then smashes down on top of them. And they all take fucking shit. 8 points of damage. I rolled it's 4d6 and I rolled 3 ones.
Is that to each or split up? What spell is it?
Avalanche. Everything in the cone takes 4d6 damage.
Okay, so they all take 8.
Yeah.
Well, that's not too bad though.
Yeah.
So let's see. So you see all of them kind of get smashed under the stone. You can see this goopy, nasty, greenish stuff kind of spurt from their bodies as this comes down on top of them. You can hear their skulls cracking, their bones snapping. Eventually, you see these 3 of them continue to kind of pull themselves underneath this rubble and back out, bits and pieces kind of hanging off of them. They all look pretty banged up, pretty nasty. Excuse me. So they continue to shuffle forward. They have to go slow, so Belch and Reckham, well, Belch, you are up. And then I'll take Reckham's.
Yeah, Sir Belch is gonna do some hand crossbow and shoot at the nearest one.
Alrighty.
And I'm doing my little trickery thing, so yay.
Yep.
Oh crap. I cleared it instead of rolled. So that's 10, 14.
Yep. Are you hitting one of the ones that's injured?
Yeah.
All right, it only has 1 hit point, so you're gonna kill it.
Okay. And that'll be 6 damage.
So your crossbow kind of smacks it straight right between the eyes. You can see it, tear through out the back end of this head of this thing as it just explodes in bits of shards of bone. It just collapses to the floor, melting apart into this greenish, bubbly sort of ooze. The bones kind of shattering apart. And Retcom is hidden. I don't know if he actually has an ability for that. Trigger action. He gets 1 boon. Okay. So he's going to get 2 boons. So as they kind of shuffle forward, they're almost, right on top of you. Belch, you can see Reckham just kind of slip out from these shadows, bringing the sword down across one of these things. I'm going to get a new D20. I don't think I've rolled above a 5 yet.
Yeah, you keep saying that. Jesus
Another 5. 6, 7, and let's see, 8. So nope, he missed. So he kind of swings through, just barely glancing across one of these things. It opens a little bit of a rotted gash on it, but doesn't even seem to phase it. And let's see. 2 of these are on you, Belch.
Okay.
Now I got a 20. So that's a 20 and 18.
Oh, yeah, they both hit.
For 2 ones, though, so 2 points of damage. They kind of, one of them swings this old rotted sword that it has and kind of clipping your shoulder. The other one just kind of swings this ham-fisted, kind of grown together mass tumor on his hand and kind of slams it into your rib cage. The other one is going to be on Reckham, and he will take a hit from that. Not by much. Where's his damage? This other one has a small little bone shard of like a dagger that he kind of digs into the corner of, right in between the seam of Reckham's armor. And the last one on Morrow, 17. And another one, so 1 point of damage. This one just kind of comes across another with one of these grotesque fat arms that just kind of smacks into the side of your head. It's making you stumble back a few feet. They let out this groan. This one that's right in front of you, Morrow, it's almost a high screeched, kind of in between a scream and a groan, its mouth unhinging awkwardly wide. You see all this creatures around here kind of stare in this direction, a little bit of a confused look on their face as they get ready to lay some more damage down on you guys. That's the end of that round. Who would like to go fast? They're all within melee range of everybody, so.
I'll go fast.
Right, I'm gonna go fast. And Belch?
Fast.
All right, so I'll take Retcombs real quick and get him out of the way. Nope. So he just over in the corner, swinging wildly at this one that's on top of him, just clubbing him down. Morrow and Belch. There's 1 on Morrow, 2 on Belch.
Morrow's just gonna bring his staff crashing down on the head of the one next to him. 12 to hit.
Yep, that'll be a hit.
Sweet. 7 points of damage.
Yep, and that'll take it out.
Boom.
So kind of this sudden crushing, slurping sort of sound as you bury your staff into this thing's skull. It crumbles down to its knees and then kind of falls forward, its body melting apart into this pile of goo and bones and body parts. And Belch?
Yeah, Belch is going to grab his little silencing stick and gonna try and smash at one of the ones that's on him.
All right.
20 minus 2. Would my trickery apply to this attack or no?
Yes.
Yes. Okay.
Yep.
So that's 12, 16.
Yep, that'll be a hit.
Alrighty. And damage, that was D6, I believe.
Yep, you're going to kill it because it only had 1.
Okay. All right, yeah.
So you can describe what you do to it.
Yeah, he quickly drops his hand crossbow, reaches behind him, grabs his club, and he's like, "This ain't gonna work." And then as he pulls it, I guess he pulls it out with more force than he was expecting his little goblin arms could muster, and just smacks it and just caves in the halfling's head.
Yeah, and it just explodes apart in this gore-filled spray hitting the floor. You hear a groan in the distance, and as you guys look back, you can see another one shuffling forward from out where this flame is kind of out of the darkness and moving forward a little bit, and its mouth just kind of hangs agape, groaning a little bit louder, a little bit louder. This one is on Retcom is going to hit him. Nope. And the one on Belch, 16 hit Belch.
It meets my defense.
All right. Yep.
My defense is so low.
This other one comes across with its sort of rotted, pitted, rusty sort of blade that it has opening this gash on your chest for 2 points of damage. Belch.
Ooh, that
This one in the
tickles.
back shuffles forward a little bit more. Then you see it's groan, gets a little bit louder, and then it just lets out this ear-piercing scream that echoes through this chamber. I need strength challenge rolls from you guys, each with 1 bane.
Strength. Oh, table.
Yeah, I'm gonna fail this. I already know.
Oh. 14.
Nope, you're good.
Yeah.
And Belch.
Oh, okay. So let's see. I got -2 to strength, so that brings that to 17 -3. That's 14.
You're good. You both succeed. You can feel this blood kind of trickling out of your ears. Everything's just ringing. A little bit dizzy, but neither of you are too badly effective. You see these 2 halfling zombies that are still left there. Their bodies kind of being dragged back a little bit. You can see these piles of goop on the floor kind of quiver a little bit. And everything just starts to get dragged across the floor towards this one in the distance. And you see one of these piles of goop smash into its chest, and then another one, and another one. As this thing seems to assimilate its body, getting a little bit bigger and bigger. These 2 halflings in front of you slide back and then fly across the room, smashing into this thing. And you see what looks to be this giant halfling, about 12 feet tall, made up of all these bits of bodies, bones, goop that's kind of hanging off of it as this takes a step forward. This whole chamber shaking, and another step forward. This chamber shaking. Kind of reaches up onto its shoulder where you can see a little halfling skulls there and rips this thing off and hurls it forward. Kind of lands at your feet, Morrow, and you see that as soon as it hits the ground, it kind of explodes in these bits of bones and stuff, and it like zoop comes right back together as one of these little halfling creatures again. It's kind of these fisted hands swinging out and smashing into you. I got a 13 and 2 points of damage.
No, Morgan.
Right.
It's a meta game, but
I seen this really
wondering-
cool video just on.
As soon as you said that, I fucking hell. Well, let me know how it goes.
You let me know how it goes. This thing stomps forward again. You know, the room shaking. Another stomp forward. It starts to make its way towards you. There's one in front of you, Morrow, and you see this one marching towards you guys in the distance. It's about 30 feet away, so you'd have to move to take that one. But who would like to go fast?
I'll go fast.
Morrow's fast. Belch.
I'll go slow.
Oh, there's actually still. Oh no, it's not. Never mind. So yeah, okay. So you're gonna go slow. Okay.
Yeah.
And Belch. Okay, Morrow, you were up first.
Okay, this guy. I am going to use the spell Color of Magic. So I just kind of, start spinning my staff, and you see these kind of arcane orbs sort of appear, and they'll fly into one and fly at the massive thing. 1d6. Oh, fuck, that's even. Okay, it only takes a d6 then. 6 points of damage.
Got it. Hit this thing, you see bits and bone kind of shattering off of it. Its arm kind of collapses down, this one arm that it has. This thing's gonna have to go slow. No, it's okay. So, yep, Belch, you were up.
Alrighty. Could Sir Belch light his one of his torches and throw it at this thing to try and catch it on fire?
Yeah, certainly.
Alrighty. So would that just be like a straight up agility roll then?
It'd be your move action to light the torch and stuff. So you take that, and then yeah, it'll be just a straight up agility.
All right. Well, he does that, and let's see.
You can add your trickery to it too for that extra boon.
Okay, perfect. Let's see. Ooh, +6 to my agility, so that's a good thing. So that's 16.
Yes, that'll be a hit. And damage, do 1d6, and then I'll give it a roll to see if it catches on fire.
Okay, and let's see. 5.
And I'll give it a agility challenge roll. Oh, let's see, 14-6. So yeah, it's gonna catch up for at least for this turn anyway. So it kind of smashes into this dried bits of halfling meat and these old leathers that it has on. Just immediately go up in flames. This thing lets out a bit of a roar as it continues to stomp forward. Reckham will take his move to move over to where you are, Morrow, and swing at that one that's on you. 12. I think that's a hit. Yeah. And it's 2 dice 6. Let's see. 3 minus 2 is 1. So 2. He just barely glances the back of this thing, shattering like part of the spinal column and stuff. It kind of collapses down, but its huge hand fist continue to kind of club out towards you. This one's going to be on you, Morrow. That's going to be a miss. This thing uses its momentum and just starts stomping across the floor. Comes in swinging like crazy at Retcom. And it's a nope. That would be a yes. And yes. All right. 5, 9. Ooh. This thing kind of comes in these huge, powerful arms that it has, kind of made up of all these different pieces of these halflings. Each hand kind of ends in these sharp claws, and it just lays into Reckham, opening this huge gash across his back before clubbing him across the skull. You see this warrior hit the ground hard, sliding across the floor, his blade chinking across the floor, landing next to Belch's feet. And that is the end. It's the start of a new one, so who would like to go fast?
I'll go fast, please.
Let's see. Morrow's fast. Retcom's going to have to go slow to get up, so... And Belch?
I'll go fast.
You'll go fast. All right. First thing I need from you, Belch, though, is a 1d6 to see how much damage he takes from the flame.
There's nothing more insulting than using a GM's own monster
6.
against him.
I know.
I love it.
All right, yeah, the flames continue to kind of race up this thing's body. You can see with the dampness and the muddy water that's in here, it's slowly starting to die out, but it's probably going to be, take a little bit more damage from this. And Morrowind, Belch, you guys are up.
Yeah, Sir Belch is just going to grab his cross. Wait, did he grab his crossbow? Crap. I think I forgot to have him grab his crossbow.
I think you did. You mentioned having it, didn't you?
I did? Okay. For time's sake. Yeah. He quickly loads his crossbow and just shoots at it.
The big one, right?
Yeah. The big one. Oh, wait. Is there a little one going on?
Yeah, it's on top of Morrow. Smashing into him at the Morrow.
Alrighty. He'll aim for that one then. Okay. With trickery. So, boom, boom, and... So, 18.
Yep, that's a hit.
And 3 mighty damage.
Yep. So, let's go. So your ball, doesn't seem like it phases this thing. It's mostly skeletal bits and stuff, so it kind of glances off part of the ribs and kind of buries itself in what's left of this little bit of desiccated meat stuck to it, but it doesn't have to phase it too much. Morrow?
Morrow's just gonna turn and just bash this thing with his staff. 13.
Yep, that's it. It only has 1 hit point, so you can describe what you do.
Sweet. So he just kind of chokes down it and just baseball swings it, crushes its head inside itself, just properly and it just falls down.
Yep, it just kind of collapses into this
pile
at your feet. This thing kind of swings over. You see Reckham pick himself up off the floor and kind of crab crawl over, grabbing the hold of his blade. That's all he can do at the moment. And this thing kind of towering above the 3 of you, kind of, in the center of each of you. I'm going to do 1 attack on each. So, Morrow, this one's on you. That's an 18. That's a hit. 6 damage. Belch, 12. That's not. I think. And Retcombs, that's a hit. 6. Oh. So you see lay into Morrow collapses where he's at. You see this other huge clawed hand swing back, just missing the top of your head belt, but instead slamming into the back of Reckham as he just stands up with his blade. The warrior goes flying, smashing against the wall on the far side of this room and just sliding down into a heap on the floor. This thing's dark, glowing green eyes swing in your direction, belch, and it lets out the spit of this growl and starts to march forward. And it's going to go ahead and do your 1d6 damage for its flames first.
All right. Come on, another 6. Damn. 1. Fuck. Pathetic fire.
See, the flames begin to die out. Just a bit of a flicker left on this thing. Takes a little bit of damage. Does Belch want to go fast or slow?
I think I'm going to go slow just so I can have that movement.
Okay. This thing's going slow. Anyway, why don't you give me a dying roll, Mara?
I have 1 fortune.
Yes, you do.
So I can use that to get back up or something like that.
You can use it to heal your healing rate. Yep.
So I just instantly would become conscious again.
Yep.
I will do that.
All right. Reckham was going to do the same thing. You got those endurance points too.
I don't think I have any because I didn't sleep because it came after we rested. So.
Well, you start with your healing rate anyway, so you should have whatever your healing rate is.
Oh, sweet. Okay.
And let's see. So Retcom's going to go fat. Well, you got to move. So actually, Retcom's going to go slow. And Morrow?
I'll go fast.
All right, you're up first then.
So I can use the endurance points to
heal your healing rate.
Healing, and
you can only use one around when in battle. So
yeah, I'll do that then, and heal up again.
All right. So you get your second breath and kind of pick yourself up, seeing this huge hulking thing in front of you, flames flickering on its body. I'll take Reckham real quick before you go. So Reckham just gonna. Ooh, actually, I'm gonna try and keep him alive. He's gonna do the same thing. And I mean, Belch, you are up. You see your compatriots pick themselves up off the floor and try to get themselves going again.
All right. Yeah. First, Sir Belch is going to try and shoot this thing with his crossbow again, obviously with trickery. So that's 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So 14 to hit.
Yes.
Alrighty, and that's 2d6 with damage because trickery. 7 damage.
Got it.
And then for his movement, he is going to try and hide.
Okay. You're gonna get 2 banes to the roll because it knows you're right there.
Okay.
You're going against.
I have that sneaky, so
yep, that'll
drop.
Yep, that'll drop 1.
Bane.
So it's just gonna be 1 bane. You're going against its perception, which is going to be a 12.
6. Alrighty. So that's
18, 12.
18 total because I have +6 to my agility, so it'll be 18.
Got it. So you kind of slink back into the shadows. You can see its eyes kind of glaring at where you're at. Let's see you. So it's gonna Morrow. You're the closest one, unfortunately. So it's gonna seeing.
Yeah, no worries.
He's kind of disappearing in the shadows. It kind of glares at where it assumes where this Belch is, but it looks a little bit confused. And its head just kind of swivels around as these 2 huge claws come in at you. Let's see, 5 and 6 is 11, so no. That's a 19. That's a 26. So yeah.
Yeah.
And damage is 6, 7, 8, 9.
Jeez, I'm still up. Thank God I took use the endurance point.
Heavy slam right into your chest as you're thrown back against this wall right behind you. You see this thing takes a bit of a step back and another step back as it Tries to move away. Mario, you're gonna get a free attack on it though. It disengages from you.
Okay. And I can only make an attack. I can't cast a spell or anything.
Right. Yep.
19 on the die. 20 total.
Yep. That'll be hit.
Fucking 2 damage. He just kind of, it's slightly out of his reach before he attacks, so just the edge of the
You just kind of smack one of its little claws on its finger bone off. You can see it lumbers back 4 or 5 steps. These eyes kind of scanning the room, trying to get its bearings. And it kind of reaches up and snatches off a part of its arm. Its other claw kind of reaches up and pulls a bit of a piece from its chest. You can see it glances around before it hurls these across the floor where they shatter apart into pieces. And you see all these little bits and bones, these ones you've killed and this one that it just pulled off of itself, kind of bring back together into 2 more little halfling zombies. They're both going to be right next to you at Morrow. Technically, they're next to you too, Belch, but they don't see you. So,
Okay.
And that's the end of that one. And you can do 1 more last fire damage on this thing before the fire goes out. So do the 1d6 first.
Alrighty. 1.
Got it.
Woo.
So the last few flying flickers of light, you can see a bit more of this beak kind of falls off this thing, cooked halfling zombie flesh meat, flops to the floor, and that's the end. So who would like to go fast? They're both within melee range of you guys. So,
Alrighty.
I'll go fast.
Larger one is ranged away from you. So,
I'll go fast.
And Belch.
I'm going to go slow.
Alrighty, Mario, you were up first then.
All right, steps out. Could I get both of them in a cone? I don't know how big the cone is. Oh, it's right here. Fucking 3-yard long cone.
Yeah, definitely.
Sweet. Then I need agility challenge from them, please.
Let's see. First one, a success. The second one is not a success.
The stone just kind of forms into these kind of spikes and just flies at them. They both take 10 points of damage, and one of them, the one who failed, has a 1d6 per turn bleed, but I'm not sure these things can bleed, so
it's not going to matter. You're going to kill them both anyway, because they only had 10 hit points.
Yeah, so I just eviscerate them with all these spikes.
Nice. So they just, blow apart. You see shards of bone and meat go flying across the room. Oh, let's see. All right, Belch, you are up.
Alrighty. It's time to try and assassinate this huge giant thing. So, if I'm reading this correctly, since I'm hiding, it says when a surprise creature or a creature from which you are hidden takes damage from
your attack.
From your attack, it must make a strength challenge roll. On a failure, it takes damage equal to its health.
Yep. So first thing you do is make your normal attack.
Alrighty. So that'll be D20 with trickery. That's 25, 29.
Oh, yeah, certainly. And then I got to make a strength challenge roll. Health. Do your damage first, and then.
Alrighty, that'd be 2d6. 6 damage total.
Okay. And then a strength challenge roll. Let's see, what does this thing get? It's 4 and 2 boons. Oh, definitely. I got 24 for the strength challenge roll, but you're still going to take the full damage. So, yeah.
Boo.
No, you did quite a bit of damage though. As you know, your bolt kind of goes through, kind of right through its eyeball, back into its head, kind of lodged right there. This thing screams out in pain. You can see part of its leg kind of collapses down as it starts to move forward again. It just kind of bursts apart underneath it, and more bones start to kind of fall off this thing. You can use all three of his attacks just to hurl more pieces of itself as it kind of picks up part of the leg that's fallen off and hurls it forward, and kind of part of its shoulder, part of its rib cage kind of hurls forward into these splattering pieces of meat and halfling flesh in front of you guys as they come together into three more of these creatures.
Oh, shit.
Right, and I'm going to use my roll to hide again. Because I have that.
You had over a 20 here. You beat his defense by 5 too, so you have another action at the end of this, which would be your turn if you wanted to take that extra turn you had.
Okay. Yeah. I think first I'll attack it again.
Okay.
Could I apply trickery to this roll again or no?
Just a straight up one.
Okay. All right. So 18 to hit. Oh, actually, 18, 19, 20, 21.
Yep, you don't beat its AC by 5, but yep.
Okay.
That wouldn't have mattered anyway. You only get that once per turn, right?
Yeah.
And damage.
So damage will be 6.
Good. So when your bolt hits this thing, you see part of its arm just explode into pieces, kind of fall into the floor as this thing just continues to fall apart. About 30 feet or so in front of you. These other 3 that have formed up in front of you guys kind of move in. 2 of them on Belch, 1 towards Morrow. And that's the end of the round, so who would like to go fast?
I'll go slow.
Morrow's slow.
I think I'll go fast this time.
All right. You are up first then, Belch.
Alrighty. How close are these things, these little halfling things?
All 3 would be within melee range. There's 1 coming towards you, 2 towards Morrow, and then this other one's in the distance, 30 yards or 30 feet. The big one.
Alrighty. And he's with his free hand, he's grabbing his club and going to try and bash at one of them.
Alrighty. Go for it.
So with trickery. So that's 9. That brings that down to 7. 11.
Nope, that'll be a miss. So you kind of just swing as this thing kind of lurches forward awkwardly. You know, this club kind of passing in front of its face. They're going slow, so Morrow, you are up.
Can I move away from these guys without having to disengage?
Got to disengage.
Okay, I'll disengage then and move away.
Okay. Which way are you moving?
Moving back towards the door.
So yeah, they take a couple swipes at you as you kind of pull yourself in. Maybe you can smack their hands out of the way with your staff and stuff as you continue to back up and back up. Get that free moment and kind of lurch back. Oh, I forgot Reckham last round, but Reckham will charge in. He's going slow to try and hit one of these. And he will hit one, but not kill it. So you see Reckham kind of lurch forward, smashing this one that's in front of you. Belch. The other 2 kind of turn around, seeing Morrow backing away, and kind of set your eyes on you 2. Let's see. This one's going to be on you, Belch. That's a natural 1, and that's a natural 1 on the boom, too, so nope. Nope. And this last one's on Reckham. Yes. For 6. This one just kind of latches hold of Reckham, its claws sinking into his flesh, and just kind of grips the side of his face with his claws and just rakes it down, peeling away part of his cheek. And in the distance, you can see this huge creature standing there, and it starts to slowly lumber forward. Gets up on top of you, Belch, as it moves forward. These 3 claws just kind of swinging down towards you. It's going to be a miss. It's going to be a miss. That one will be a hit for 7 points of damage on Belch. The first two kind of swing wildly, just skimming the top of your hair, giving you a bit of a haircut, if you will. The other one just slams you square in the chest.
Ooh, I'm not looking good.
And that would be the end of the round. It's not on fire no more. Everybody went. So, beginning of the new one. You got 3 smaller ones on you, Belch, and this huge one towering above you. Reckham's beside you. Morrow, you're in the doorway a few feet away.
I'll go fast.
Morrow's fast. Reckham's going to go fast. Belch.
You know what? I think I'll go slow this round.
I'll go with Reckham real quick. He's going to kind of swing wildly at this huge one, trying to bring it down. That'll be a hit, and he might. I don't know what his damage is. 3d6. 6, 7, 8, 9. And yes, not quite. So yeah, he just lays into this huge one, cleaving bits of bone stuff from this thing with one swing and another as he tears into it. The thing kind of collapses down to its knees, puts its hands down and collapses more, and pieces of bone, shrapnel, and meat falling off this thing. The other 3 kind of lurch a little bit, seeming like they're getting weaker and weaker. And that means, Morrow, you are up.
Just going to use an endurance point, just catch my breath, heal my healing rate, and
all right.
Hide back there, basically.
All right. You good? And Belch.
Alrighty. Yeah, he's just going to try and shoot one of these little halfling things that's right by him.
All right. Let's see.
That's 16, 22.
Yep, that'll be a hit.
And damage would be 2d6. It's trickery. 2.
2.
Which that makes sense with up close.
And 1. You beat its AC by 5, or its defense by 5, though, with over 20. So you get your second attack on it, on one of them.
Alrighty, and with the other one, he's gonna bash with his club. Yeah, it's a miss. It'll be a 6.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah, this bolt that you put into the one kind of makes it stumble back. You can see it looks pretty heavily damaged. The other 2 just continue to tear into you. This one's on you. That's a miss. This one's on you. 14. I think your defense was a 16, right?
Yeah, 16, correct.
Yeah, that one misses. And then this huge one is on Retcom. I'm not finding that right now, so I'll just grab another d20. Oh, nope, it's going to be miss. And there's one little small one left on Retcom. And again, not a single number above 5. Yeah. So
I like you rolling like this, Morgan.
Oh.
Too much for checks.
Got a new d20 too. I don't know what my other one's probably sitting as a d20, or here's a 20 under the table or something. It's the end of the round. All right. So yeah, where you're at, Belch, you got 3 of these small ones. None are looking all that good as they're kind of hovering in front of you, trying to bash at you. And this one huge one that's left looks really rough, barely, it's down on its knees and arms, and pieces are falling off of it as it's swiping like crazy at Rectum trying to hit it. And who would like to go fast?
I'll go fast.
I'll go fast as well.
All right, Rectum will go to fast. So I'll let you guys go first.
I was going to do the same thing again. I'm just hiding and whimpering and trying to sort of regain myself.
All right, ready? Belch?
All right, yeah, he's going to, let's see, quickly drop his club, load his hand crossbow, and aim at the big guy.
All righty.
That. So that's 17 plus 6. That's 22, 28.
Yep. It has 1 hit point, so you can describe what you do.
Even though he's feeling like crap, he's shaking as he's loading his crossbow, and then he's like, "Eat you!" and then just shoots it right through the head.
You can see its bone skull just blow apart. There's this strange scream that just kind of echoes from this thing's empty cavity. The other two that you see, the other three that are around you, shake a little bit. You can see their bones cracking. This goo kind of forming around them as they start to melt down. Retcon will take an attack on one of them. And he will take that one out. And that would be the end of the round. So these two, there's still two left. Both of them looking pretty bad, but they're on you, Belch. Let's see, that's a 16. That one's a hit. And the other one is a 21, so that's a hit. 6 points of damage total.
I think that downs me. Let me check. Oh, yeah, I'm down.
You can see these two fall over top of Belch, these ham-fisted mutated arms, and what's left of bits of shrapnel and old rusted armor, steel, just continue to pummel into poor Belch on the ground. This undying scream coming from this thing. Let's see. Retcom will... Oh, no, that's the end of that round. So, who would like to go fast? There's two left, just pummeling Belch into the ground at the moment.
I'll go slow.
Belch is slow. Retcom will go fast. I need a... Well, you got a fortune point you can use, Belch, or I would need a dying roll.
I'll use that fortune thingy.
All right. So it's just going to heal your healing rate.
Alrighty. So my healing rate is 4 right now. So 4.
And let's see. Then you can go fast or slow since you're conscious still.
I'm going to go slow just so I can try and get away from him. And right when he comes back, he quickly opens one eye and says, "I thought you got rid of me. You thought you got rid of me, didn't you?"
They let out this growl as they get ready to pummel you. Retcom will charge forward and swing madly, just kind of giving your hair another graze with his black steel sword as he's swinging like crazy, trying to get these things off of you, not trying to hit you. He completely misses and whiffs. Belch and Mara, you guys are up.
I'll just run back into the fray and just try and brain one with a club. But I miss. I just can't get a
break.
Can't get there.
So you come in swinging, just barely missing poor Reckham as he's trying to get these things on top of him. And Belch?
I'm sure when Sir Belch fell, he dropped his club. So he's going to try literally to bite one of their faces off.
Alrighty. Let's go with strength for that.
All right. And would trickery work with this or no?
Yep.
Okay, good. Thank goodness for trickery. So that's 1. I bite my tongue.
You're just gnashing at this thing, your tongue hanging out. Doesn't seem to phase it. It's just continuing to move in. And that's all you guys. Both of these are on you, Belch. That's a 19. That'll be a hit. And then that one's a miss. Damage is a 6.
I'm out again.
So they just continue to pummel into poor Belch as he's trying to gnash at him. This heavy, ham-fisted halfling club just swings by, knocking the goblin unconscious, his head snapping to the side. As you and Reckham try to get these things off of him. And that's the end of the round. So, Morrow, fast, slow? Reckham's going fast.
Yeah, I'll go fast.
Reckham will... Yep, Reckham will take one anyway. So there's still one left, though. So he just comes in and spears this thing through the chest, kind of ripping it off the goblin. Sorry for the insult there, Belch. And Morrow, you are up. Let's see. That's you, Morrow. You're up. Or can you not
shit! Sorry, I'm Marrow, aren't I?
I thought maybe your voice went out or something.
No, I was just being a spaz. Yeah, just gonna try and brain this guy after my horrendous miss last time. That's a little better. 13.
Yep, that'll hit. It's got 3 hit points. I don't know if you'll take them out or not.
I rolled a 5 on the die, so
Yep.
6. Yeah, so I just bring the club straight down on his head and like bash his skull into his chest cavity.
His bones just pile down on top of Belch as he's lying kind of crippled on the floor, side of his face all bludgeoned in, bleeding.
Awesome.
You see, let's see. Reckham is going to use his last endurance point. That'll help him out a little bit. And what do you guys like to do? See John come over. He doesn't have any healing spells left. I can give a medicine check though on you, Belch. That'll at least help you. 16, so that'll be a success. So you can do a dying check.
Okay, and what would that be?
It's just a 1d6. If you roll a 1, you're dead. 2 through 5, nothing happens. 6, you regain consciousness. However, with his medical ability, you're going to roll 2 dice and take the better.
Alrighty. Please don't be snake eyes. No snake eyes. 4.
So nothing happens. You're just unconscious at the moment. You can see he does what he can for him, but he doesn't have any healing spells left or anything. You don't have a healing potion either. I don't know if Retcom does. Let me look. Yes, he does have 1 healing potion. So, yeah, he'll just dump that down your throat. I'm sure he would have done that anyway. So go ahead and heal your healing rate, Belch.
All right.
I'll I guess just look around the room, see kind of if I can see anything.
As you guys move into this room, you can see the room is just completely destroyed with all these bits of these halflings and stuff. The 2 main walls are just simple cobblestone, stone basement walls. But that far end, it's just one big black wall. It's about 30 feet wide, about 10 feet high. And it just looks to be like some sort of black stone, like an onyx or a black marble of some sort. But inlaid into this marble are all these tiny little shards, little beads of glass that flicker with this huge brazier that's kind of in front of it. You can see they all just kind of twinkle like stars. You can see this larger red ruby up in the distance. And then in the center, you can see what looks to be a circular sort of whitish marble disc. You get this idea that it probably references the moon. Morrow, and you kind of look through and you do see like these different constellations that and stuff like that. It's a big, huge diagram basically of the stars, the nightly visage.
Just out of character and everything quickly. How much longer are we gonna go on for with?
I figured like
the others here?
10-15 minutes. I'm just gonna let you guys.
Okay, sweet. Have a look around. Yeah. So I'll kind of go up to this and just sort of maybe sketch it down, probably, and kind of note that I've sort of seen this symbol again.
Why don't you give me that astrology challenge roll there? Intelligence. So basically 1d20 plus intelligence plus a boon.
15 on the die.
So it's a success regardless.
Yeah.
Kind of search this thing over. You can see the different constellations and everything there, but you see one you don't quite recognize. It's kind of built around where you can see that ruby, larger gleaming ruby up in the distance. A few of these stars you've never seen before. You don't recognize them. They're kind of made out in this pyramid sort of shaped constellation. You see basically 4 stars, almost shaped like a square, and then 3 stars underneath it shaped like a triangle. You can see the scratches into this marble kind of connecting them. So it looks like that same sort of symbol you've been seeing of this pyramid with an orb at the top. And it's all kind of right next to where this looming star is, this red ruby. Ruby looks like it'd be worth a good chunk of money if you could get it.
Yeah, can I reach it, or do I have to do some climbing? Okay, I'll do something that's never a good idea in this game. I'll reach out and take it.
Yeah, your hands kind of graze across this thing as you watch him belch. Reach up and touch this. You see this bright red flash, and you see Morrow get thrown across the room. He hits the ground hard and just kind of lays there. You get this quick vision that kind of goes through your mind, Morrow. You can see, you feel like you're out on maybe some sort of open plain or savanna or something. You can look up. You can see this bright red star. The whole sky glows red. All around you are all these people lying in this field, mutated, partly decayed, their bodies covered in burns. These, big tumors growing off the side of their heads, on their bodies. Extra appendages are all mutated. You can see that bright red glare in the sky getting brighter and brighter and brighter. Last thing you see is this world around you just erupt in flames, heat, everything burning, and this laughing sort of face. It looked a lot like Randall's, just this ghoulish face, just kind of laughing in the midst of this red glare as everything just blows apart.
I don't even know how to respond to that. Yeah.
Yes,
Just,
Sir Belch will scurry over to Marrow and says, "Okay."
And can I hear him and everything?
Yep, you can kind of come to a few moments later. You didn't take any damage or anything. You're a little sore probably, but laying on the floor amongst the muck of these halflings.
Any insanity or anything like that?
Oh, now that you mention it. Yeah, give me a will challenge roll with 2 banes.
Yeah, failed.
Okay, it'd be a 1d6 insanity.
You or me to roll?
You can roll it.
3. Not too bad. Yeah, just come to and just he won't say anything for a while. He'll just kind of blink and sort of just maybe he kind of moans slightly as he's sitting there. Just just doesn't really know what to say. He's just kind of blown away at this point.
Yeah, Sir Belch reaches up with his little warty goblin hand and just pats his arm and says, "It'll be okay." And then he's like, "I got an idea. Lift me up." And can I use my profession as a residential burglar to take my dagger and try to pry this red ruby out of the wall?
Sure. I'll take a strength challenge roll. You can give yourself 1 boon.
Alrighty. Oh, that'll be -2, so that's 13, 17.
Yeah. All right. Let me find. Jeez, where's all my books? Yeah, you get your dagger under there, you start to pry this thing. You feel like it doesn't seem like it really wants to give away. As you're kind of holding it, get your blade under there and you give it a little push. As you're watching him, Morrow, you see that red flash go off and this poor little goblin get thrown across the room. He gets hit on the far wall, kind of slides down it into the darkness. Give me a 1d6 roll.
Me?
Nope.
Yeah.
Belch.
1.
All right, let me find the table here to see. Probably should have bookmarked this. There it is. 1. All right, and then a 1d20.
All right. 14.
As you kind of blink, everything around you is really blurry looking. As you stand up, Belch, kind of shuffle forward. As you look at him, Morrow, Reckham, you guys can see this black ichor kind of dripping down from his eyes as they've taken on this very opaque, milky sort of appearance. And the stuff just kind of dribbles down his cheek. You're going to reduce your perception by 1d6 permanently, Belch.
Oh.
Oh, damn.
So let me roll that 1d6. Fuck. So that brings it down to 10, and I lose my +2.
Jeez. That's brutal.
You guys see just this black, gooey substance just kind of dribbling down his cheeks. His eyes, this really opaque, milky sort of color.
I'm diseased.
Glance around. This whole room shakes a little bit, and this ruby kind of flares and flashes light again. You can see this. You start to feel that nausea in your stomach. The room kind of quakes again, and another flash from this ruby.
We should go. The others and say.
As you kind of swing around to say that to Recco, we can see he's halfway down the room and hauling ass already.
Yeah, I'll get up and run as well.
All right. And Belcher, you running as well?
Yeah, he's going to try to run as best as he can with his current situation.
All
so
right.
should I make any type of roll to see if he actually makes it out, or?
Nope, we will end it right there and pick it up from there the next session.
Alrighty.
And that was where we will end.
Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Shill McShilsterson, and if you like that last combat, you should go check out my YouTube channel, where Morgan borrowed them from.
I totally swiped it.
Yeah, no, that was awesome.
I'll actually link that into this chat or this video too.
When you said they all formed together, I was like, "Oh shit! Did he just do what I think?"